The holidays are coming up and the average American gains a ton of fat over the holidays. You got to think about, you got Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving. And if you want to make sure you don't get fat as shit during the holidays, watch this video. I'm gonna break down exactly how you can do it. And I'm gonna show you how you can actually get leaner during the holidays. So if you have some 2026 goals for you to get in shape, don't wait till next year to start working on getting in shape like a bitch. Start working on it now. If you start working on it now, you can build momentum. You can get some motion going into your goals because you're gonna have to build new habits that you suck at now. But if you can start getting good at it, start acclimating to these new habits, you'll be able to hit the ground running when 2026 starts. So here's how you do it. The first thing we need to do for the holidays is make sure we don't get fat. Before we start focusing on getting ripped, you've been getting fatter your whole life. And the majority of that probably happens during the holidays. So in order to make sure that doesn't happen, to mitigate that, here's what we're gonna do. If you want to go crazy on Thanksgiving, Kwanzaa, or Christmas, or one of them Hanukkah days, you can. Because eating bad one day or eating in a fucking caloric surplus or a ton of calories one day, the effect it's gonna have on your fatness is gonna be negligible. The reason people get fat is because of a few things. One is the leftovers. People start eating the leftovers and then they get fat as shit, right? Because they got a whole turkey, they got all the sides, the dressing, the candy yams. It's the leftovers that make people fat, not what you eat on the day. So here's what you do. Don't eat the leftovers. Maybe 2 Thanksgivings ago, I had a big Thanksgiving meal at my crib. I hired a chef to come over and cook for me and my whole family. And we immediately gave away almost all those leftovers to the people who work security and shit in our building, and the guards and the fucking valet people. We gave away all the leftovers. That shit gonna get left over in your gut. So don't eat the leftovers. So either give that shit away to the people who come over, or don't have Thanksgiving at your house. So last year, the homie Jeremy, he hired a chef and invited us for Thanksgiving, and then we left, right? Boom, no leftovers, problem solved. You don't have to go crazy. Next thing you need to do is avoid cheating on your diet at these holiday parties. So motherfuckers will have a Friendsgiving, holiday party, Thanksgiving at the job. Maybe you go to your girl's holiday party at the job. Now you done went to 2-3 holiday parties. You had a fat ass week. You can go to those things, but you can't cheat on your diet those days. You gotta pick one day. Thanksgiving, boom, that's the only day. Or pick one of them holiday parties. If you don't like your mom's cooking, or you don't like your girl's mom's cooking, your girl's mom can't cook for shit, that's why she ain't got no man. Maybe you don't eat crazy at her house, but at the Friendsgiving, you go ham. Just pick one. Avoid the holiday party and avoid the excessive drinking. Drinking is empty calories when you're at these parties or these events. Puerto Ricans, they do this shit where they make this, it's like eggnog, but it's different. What they call that shit? Coquito. It's like a cup of fat and carbs and sugar and mad rum. And they drink tons of that shit, right? Yeah, stay away from that. If you white, you out here drinking eggnog, like a stereotype, don't get fucking wasted during the holidays, man. That'll get you fatter as well. Those are the 2 things you need to do. Now, if you're like me, I don't cheat on my diet on the holidays because I've been working in the fitness industry for over 26 years. I'm old, man, I'm 43. So I've been in the fitness industry professionally for 26 years. The time we make the most money in the fitness industry is January, because that's when everybody has their fitness New Year's resolutions. The gyms be fucking packed. All the gyms are doing New Year's sales and they doing deals to get people in. As a trainer, this is when you make the most money. So I've always started like go on aggressive cut in November, December, like aggressive cut. I don't even cheat on my diet on Thanksgiving or Christmas. I ain't none of that shit. That's me though, right? Because I'm financially incentivized to do it. But you just gotta pick one of those days. One cheat day a month, motherfucker. You get Thanksgiving and Christmas. Unless you motherfucking Muslim, I don't know how it works. Now, how do you get more ripped during the holiday season? You don't have to go as aggressive as me. I go on an aggressive cut. I'm cutting calories. I'm getting like 2,000 calories per day, 2 months straight, right? You ain't got to do what I do. Here's the game plan for your goofy ass. What you want to do is start tracking your calories. The simplest way to lose fat is to track your calories. I know a lot of you guys think that it's the most difficult thing in the world. Motherfuckers brag about, man, I don't even track my calories. I'm like, yo, man, why you bragging about being a lazy ass bitch nigga? That's like if I was the CFO of a company, I'm like, man, I don't even do the accounting, man. We just do it by feel. We do intuitive accounting, right? It sounds ridiculous. You're gonna get your ass fired. You're gonna be bankrupt. Like maybe you get away with that shit when you're a fucking 18 or some shit. Some 18-year-old girls and some 19-year-old girl posting some shit. Yeah, man, here's what I eat. I don't track calories. You fucking dumb bitch, right? You can do that shit now. Track your goddamn calories. Every pound of fat you want to lose, you have to burn 3,500 calories. So if you're tracking your calories and you make sure you're in a 500 calorie deficit every day for a week, at the end of the week, you have burned 3,500 calories. You'll burn a pound of fat per week. It's just math. It's all mathematics. And if you want to burn 2 pounds of fat per week, then you need to be in a 1,000 calorie deficit a day, right? You'll burn, at the end of the week, you'll burn 7,000 calories. That's 2 pounds of fat. It's just math. So here's a simple way for you to do it. Take your body weight in pounds, multiply that by 10, and that's how many calories you should get each day. That'll put everyone in a caloric deficit. If you did nothing else, you would certainly lose fat between now and the end of the year. There's only 6 weeks left. Just with this, you'll burn somewhere between 6 and 12 pounds of fat for sure. If you want to burn more calories per day, then you can start incorporating some exercise. You do not need to exercise to burn fat. Your diet is the most important thing. You can't out-train a bad diet, but you can out-diet bad training. Diet is the most important thing. I remember I worked in one of this really high-end gym, and there was an aerobic instructor there who was kind of like overweight. This motherfucker had a dad bod, but he did aerobics all day. And I was like, well, how is this working? This motherfucker's job is cardio. How is this motherfucker fat? And then I saw what he was eating. He would go to Starbucks and get these big ass sugar drinks. He was a homosexual, but you probably knew that when I said he was an aerobics instructor. And he would drink these shits all the time, and then he'd be eating. He would just eat anything. Wasn't tracking no macros. He would just eat anything. I see this motherfucker eating all types of shit. If you ran a mile, let's say your fat ass ran a mile. The average person, when they run a mile, they burn about 100 calories. Man, there's 100 calories in like a handful of almonds, a fucking banana, a cup of rice. If you run a mile and eat a banana, it's like you did nothing. You end up fucking baseline. It's difficult, it's not impossible to work your way into a caloric deficit, to burn enough calories, put yourself in a caloric deficit, especially if you're fighting a bad diet. It's almost impossible to just work out into a caloric deficit. You just can't burn as many calories. It's easier to just consume less and more time efficient. But if you want to take it to the next level, once you're already getting the right amount of calories, body weight in pounds times 10. So I'm 200 pounds. I'm getting 2,000 calories right now because I'm cutting 2,000 calories a day. One more thing that's important. You want to get at least 1 gram of protein, at least 1 gram of protein. If you want to get more, great. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So on 200 pounds, make sure every day I get 200 grams of protein. I do low carbs. If you want to do high carbs, you can. It's whatever. What you do in the carbs and fat, I don't even give a fuck. It's all about the protein and the calories. Calories will determine your body size. The macronutrients will determine your body's composition. Me at 200 pounds looks different than a fat motherfucker at 200 pounds, right? Because we have different body composition. I have more muscle. The most important macronutrient is protein. So once you have that and say, then you can start doing some cardio. I really think you should get yourself a fitness tracker. You can use Apple Watch, Fitbit, the Whoop. The problem with the Whoop, I used to wear the Whoop. I wear my fitness tracker all the time. I use the Oura Ring now, and I wear it all the time. I only take it off the charge. I shower with it. I lift weights with it. I make love with it because I need to track the calories. The problem with the Whoop is like if you want to wear it all the time, let's say you wear a suit. Sometimes I wear suits and shit. Or you got a Whoop on with a suit, you look like a fucking cyber bully. It's some real nerd shit. It doesn't work. I'm willing to change my stance on this if Whoop wants to give me a sponsorship. I'll wear one on both wrists. I had that shit on my ankle. But until then, that's some nerd shit. Oura Ring is my preferred method. You could get the Samsung watch, but we all know the problem with Samsung watches is that, as far as we know, no human has ever had vaginal intercourse with a human woman while wearing a Samsung watch. There's no documented records of that. When I'm cutting, I want to burn between 3,500 and 4,000 calories per day. That's intense. That's a lot of cardio. So I wake up and I do an hour of cardio on my bike. I do it while I'm live on Instagram. I lift weights. Throughout the day, I lift weights, right? And then I do another hour of cardio at night, probably. And then, as long as it's not that time of the month, and as long as we ain't up too late, I want to squeeze in some time for some interracial unprotected sex with my girlfriend, That's actually a pro tip. Start having more sex, man, but don't let her get on top, man, because you got to burn the calories. She need to be an elliptical machine. And if you ain't sweating, you ain't working hard. That's how I burn between 3,500 and 4,000 calories per day. A few dedicated cardio sessions. That on top of the caloric deficit I am from my diet, you do that every day, right? And the only day you can cheat, I'm not gonna do it because I need to stay cut. If you wanna have a cheat day, a cheat meal, make it one day. Don't cheat on New Year's either. Man, if you do all those things, you'll be able to really actually get ripped before 2026, and you'll have a head starting in 2026 goals. By the time you get that, you'll have built the habits that you need to really hit the ground running in 2026. If you want me to coach you, right, I'm taking on some more clients for my online training business. There's an application below where you can sign up for one-on-one training with me. That link is in the description, man. Click on that now. Fill out that application and I'll reach out to you. All right, let's get it.